Frozen tides where the wild winds go. Icebergs float like ghostly ships. Glaciers weep, the sun barely slips. Echoes scream, their echo wide. I'm just a speck on the Arctic tide. Oh, the sea, it knows my fear. Oh, the sea, it keeps me near. Frozen tides, frozen skies, endless blue where the silence lies. Sailing blind to the northern glow. Frozen tides where the wild winds go. So volume 3, from Endicott into Juneau, pick up some guests, and then head to Glacier National Park. First to check in at the check-in spot, get our briefing, then up to see at least 3 glaciers, a lot of whales, some spectacular scenery, and then a journey back to Juneau to drop off guests. What an amazing trip it was. Fantastic. We left Endicott and headed up to Juneau. Not quite sure where we were going to dock, but we ended up at the Aurora Marina, run by the Juneau Port Authority. The local harbour master on duty was Patrick. Patrick is one of our followers on our YouTube channel, and he kindly offered the use of his car, which turned out to be extremely helpful. Here you see us docking. Actually, you can't see the 18-knot winds blowing, but it all went well. Later, we spoke to Patrick.
What he's saying, that's tonight, 8. Yeah, no, that's Friday. Yeah, 8:18 is the low, yeah. And then 2:52 is the high. Yeah. So about this time here, which is going to be 9:30. Yeah, you should have plenty of water. Even out the north end. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the tide here, when it switches, it goes quick. Okay. You'll hit a lot of current coming underneath the bridge too. So just yeah, we should be able to accommodate. We'll leave again the 2nd, and then we'll be back on the 8th. Okay. I don't know what the availability is going to be. First come, first serve here. But we should be able to. All right. That's awesome. Huh? Amazing.
The Hangar Bar and Restaurant in Juneau is a must visit. Fantastic views, great fish and chip halibut, and a great bar. I highly recommend it. Then it was on from Juneau up to Glacier Bay. My oh my.
Coming into dock in Glacier Bay so that we can do our check-in and attend our briefing.
Of course it was raining, but that didn't dampen our spirits and our excitement. Every vessel calling into Glacier Bay needs to go through a boater's briefing. We were fortunate enough to find space on the dock where you get a 3-hour maximum stop. We took all of the 3 hours because we also wanted to look around. And on show is the skeleton of a humpback whale that was previously hit by a cruise ship. It's amazing to look at it.
I'm very happy that you had to come to my home. It made me happy just to see your face. Yes, okay. Ja, Kakao. Tlachwasach tuig chutgani. City, I'm very happy to see your face, and I've been expecting you.
After the briefing, it was time to move further up into the glaciers, up into the bay. We chose our first anchorage, and it was about a 4-hour ride from the briefing center. Imagine our delight when we found A, we were the only boat in the anchorage, and B, more importantly and incredibly, there was a resident whale.
He was to hang out there for the 3 days that we used that anchorage. These humpback whales are amazing, and we didn't ever get tired of seeing them and enjoying them. The next day, after a quiet night, we set off glacier exploring. Your life is about opportunities. This opportunity, this experience is magnificent. The radar's on, the chart is plotting us, and we're heading up to the northwest arm in Glacier Bay. What a view. Absolutely spectacular. What
Johns Hopkins Inlet.
a view. We were to go to Johns Hopkins Glacier, Marguerite Glacier, and Reed Glacier. Johns Hopkins Glacier is 12 to 13 miles long. It's a tidewater glacier. It flows eastward from the Fairweather Range in the St. Elias Mountains. Unlike many other glaciers in this area, it's actually growing. It's one of the few advancing tidewater glaciers in the region, and more specifically, the only one advancing on the eastern side of the Fairweather Range. Navigating towards the glacier requires slowing down and dodging the icebergs. Here you can see a dirty iceberg. We proceeded at a slow speed for nearly an hour to get close enough to get these shots. Cruise ships have a limit on how close they can go to them. After Johns Hopkins, we set out for the Marguerite Glacier in the Tar Inlet. Here we were to encounter a whale that also hung out, and we drifted near the whale and the glacier for over an hour. It was an amazing experience. Again, we had to dodge glaciers to approach. This is a much cleaner glacier. The glacier's face is approximately a mile wide and 250 feet high above the waterline. There's about 100 feet of it that extends below the sea level as well. It's one of the fastest moving glaciers in the park and is moving at about 2,000 feet per year due to heavy snowfall in the high peaks and the steep terrain. As a tidewater glacier, it interacts directly with the salt water and leads to frequent calving. This glacier exemplifies Glacier Bay's glacial diversity, a stable tidewater giant amid widespread retreat, showcasing calving's raw power, and the fjord's rebirth with forests reclaiming the exposed land. Here we are leaving, following the cruise ship's path as they had come in. Nevertheless, we had to proceed with caution, as the icebergs were many, and some of them could have done us a bit of damage. We went into the Reed Glacier Bay with a view to anchoring, but it was very windy. Our resident whale was back in the anchorage when we got back, and we once more enjoyed watching him. Would you believe that this is 3:50 in the morning in Glacier Bay?
Farewell Glacier Bay. We are leaving this morning to start heading back to Juneau. And what a beautiful morning it is.
All too quickly, we were back in Juneau. We took on some fuel and then docked in high winds, said goodbye to our friends, and waited for the 4 days of torrential rain to end. This is Juneau, Alaska. Harris Marina. It's like 20 feet below us. Liverboards, full of boats, way down, well protected. Incredible. We're at the one that's slightly larger than this. Next time on the channel, we start heading south towards British Columbia. We meet up with another Nordhavn with friends of ours, and we encounter a lot of debris from a tsunami in the Soya Glacier area.